From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Why are you a conspiracy theorist? And I said, why isn't everybody a goddamn conspiracy theorist?
This is the real research. Literally have an alien base, and they are literally communicating.
I don't have a whole lot of time.
Have you personally had any experience with interdimensional beings?
What we're thinking of as aliens, they have infiltrated a lot of aspects of military intelligence. And they are not what they claimed to be.
We leave you much that is undone.
That's one small step for man.
There are great ideas undiscovered.
Visit asteroids, visit the moon of Mars.
Remove one of truth's protective layers.
There's a monolith.
They want the major population centers wiped out.
Will you put your left hand on the Bible and swear to God that you walked on the moon?
One giant leap for mankind.
Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened.
Those challenges are yours.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
There are places to go beyond belief, beyond belief.
Hello and welcome to the Daily Conspiracy Podcast. We don't take days off because reptilians don't take days off. And back from a bunch of days off is my partner in crime. How are you doing, Oliver?
I'm good, lad. I feel like the holiday has begun because, like I was saying to you before, sharing a caravan with two children is not my idea of fun.
No.
I'm sure it's, there are some people that would enjoy that, but any normal man just is not going to enjoy having your two little sproglets fighting in a caravan for an entire week.
No, it sounds hideous, to be perfectly honest. I'd quite like a caravan holiday, but like if it was just you and your girlfriend, or you and your wife, that'd be fine. But you and children.
Oh, mate, gone 9 o'clock was heaven. The only thing is I could only last about an hour after until it was just lights out.
Yeah, it's because we're old, mate. It's because we're fucking old and decrepit.
So how's things been since I see the place has not burnt down?
No, place hasn't been. In fact, Ollie,
I know you're going to say.
To inform you of this.
Redundant.
We have had our best week ever, like by quite an order of magnitude as well. You know, not like one or two, like a few thousand.
Don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I should be kind of proud. I don't know if I should be emotional. I don't know if I should be angry,
worried,
sad, worried. All the emotions at once. I just can't take this. You know.
I'm sure it was just a coincidence. But like, you're going to get a little plaque behind me soon of just a picture of my house, my face with like a gold plaque with MVP written under it.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Well, before we get into the topics tonight, I would like to give a quick thank you though to Danny Mercy, to the Grumble and Grunts guys, and to Nick for valiantly stepping into your shoes and frankly giving time up on what that they could have been using on their own stuff to come and help us out for the week. So it is greatly appreciated, guys. Keeping the wheels spinning and all that is fantastic. We love you. The vibe was very much from people was well, you guys go fucking 5 days a week. That's fucking ridiculous. Of course we'll help.
It is crazy that we do that.
It is crazy.
And we work 40-hour jobs.
I can't say that.
Well, no, but you are a single dad as well.
Oh, I mean, let's get the violins out while we're at it. But yeah, no, I mean, I am modern Renaissance man, like valiant, like defender of my castle, while also being the nurturing hand which like tends the garden.
Yeah. Anyway, the show's turning really gay.
Oh.
Let's get onto them fucking flying saucers.
I think let's be perfectly honest. If the show's turned gay, Ollie, it hasn't been gay for the last week.
I haven't listened. I had no signal.
Although the I did make the mistake for the first show I did without you on the Monday show of having Danny as co-host and introducing the show by saying, because Ollie's not here, the show's a little bit less feminine. And then I suddenly realized this was not necessarily a dig at you, Ollie. It was also a dig at my co-host for that evening.
Yeah, that's that you I mean, did she see the funny side of that?
Yeah, she did see the funny side of it. But yeah, it was a mistake. It was a mistake. But anyway, what has happened in your absence, Ollie, is we appear to be one step closer to an alien invasion, apparently.
I mean, I feel like I'm ready for it. I feel like all these years, the years of Alien Addict and all that, I'm prepared.
I'm definitely not prepared. The more we talk about, and the more things sort of
mate, as long as they don't have fucking acid for blood and fucking sexually abuse your face and make you pregnant, I don't care.
I mean, those things are bad. I will not fucking I will not disagree. But like, say they've got like predator dogs. I don't want to be fucking. Like,
I'd take a predator dog over an alien, over a xenomorph. Yeah, I'd I'd take anything over a xenomorph.
No, either way is like, I am 6'2". I'm overweight, and I don't do as much physical exercise as I probably should do. I don't want my last innings on this world to be like desperately trying to run away from something I have no chance of running away from before it gets me. So the last thing I feel before the alien tears me apart, the last thing I feel before is like having a stitch. Like a stitch in my side or something because I ran too much.
Yeah, if you're gonna die, you don't want to.
Yeah,
what a twat
fucking
thing.
Cramp. Dying with cramp and a stitch.
Like feeling the acid taste in your throat when you're running, and then you get the stitch, and then
the
next thing you know, you've got a fucking tail shoved up your ass.
Yeah, it's fucking hideous. Or like, you know, if you're not used to like doing anything and you do something and always hits you like in the Achilles the next day, where your Achilles feels like really, really tender. I can't be dying with a stitch and like a sore Achilles tendon.
No, and I agree with you, Lee.
So, and that's why I don't want alien invasion. But anyway, listen, Tim Poole is going to take us through the article, so we'll listen to part of this clip and we'll come back and talk about it.
From the New York Post, it's got aliens. Possibly hostile alien threat detected in unknown interstellar object, a shocking new study claims. It's the New York Post. The New York Post says a mysterious intergalactic object could potentially be a hostile alien spacecraft that's slated to attack our planet in November, according to a controversial new study by a small group of scientists. The consequences, should the hypothesis turn out to be correct, could be potentially dire for humanity. You think? The researchers wrote in the inflammatory paper, which was published July 16th, to the preprint server ARXIV, Southwest News Service reported, and here's a picture that proves it. It's aliens. Oh, it's Galactus.
Those are the Infinity Gems. He made them big like his body.
I like that it was a small number of scientists in a controversial paper.
Yep. Dubbed 3. You know what's funny is I don't know if that's an I or an L. Dubbed 3L Atlas. The interstellar entity was discovered on July 1st, rocketing toward the sun at more than 130,000 miles per hour. Less than 24 hours later, it was confirmed to be an interstellar object with initial observation suggesting it could be a comet measuring up to 15 miles in diameter, larger than Manhattan.
Could also be Uber Eats Galactic.
However, in the paper, the trio of researchers suggested it might be a piece of extraterrestrial spy technology in disguise.
I mean, comets aren't generally interstellar. They come from the Oort cloud, and the Oort cloud is technically part of our solar system.
And they're in orbit.
Yeah, they're in orbit around the sun, so it's not interstellar. So if this is actually interstellar, it does make it novel because we don't have things coming from
Oumuamua or whatever. Remember that?
Yeah. the planetary, or no, it was a big
an interstellar oblong object.
2017, right?
Oumuamua or something. It's
big long rock.
That's what it was called.
I can picture the AI graphic of it, but I don't know what it was.
Oumuamua.
There it is.
I've been thinking about the spirits. Can the spirits get angry? Do you think spirits can feel emotion?
What do you mean by spirits? You have to define your terms.
Well,
you pause it. I feel like have they got the lead singer of The Darkness on?
No. It's a good pause for it though. I really like that guy. He's really interesting.
I like the shirt.
I don't like the shirt.
You're never gonna get him on. I will.
Maybe. Yeah. So, I mean this article has done the New York Post. It wasn't just on the New York Post. It was on like space.com. There was another sort of reputable space website, which I can't remember who brought it up. It was run in the Daily Mirror in the UK.
How big did they say it was? Big, twice as big as Manhattan.
Oh, yeah, it was it something like 3 miles?
Bigger than Manhattan, yeah. But
30
am I right
miles.
by saying that the object was all those lights?
Yes. Yeah. I think I can find a photograph.
What if it's a massive like LGBTQ
invade with pride.
The real pride invasion.
Fuck.
They're gonna come down and woo.
In that case, you are getting penetrated, aren't you? Yeah, see, this is the first place I found it was in Bricks News. Because I trust the BBC so little now. I'll take any news source over them. But yeah, so those are the pictures.
Have they coloured it, Lee? Or is that the actual colours that it's producing?
I don't know. I'm not sure, because all this kind of looks like what we're used to seeing for space photographs, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Then we see this big line of coloured lights in it. And that's straight fucking Close Encounter shit in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But right.
Where did they get hostile from though? I know it's coming for us, but what means
we've been pushing this. We've been pushing this for ages, though, haven't we? Like the Lou Elizondo thing's always been like. I mean, it's the imminent. His book. So, okay, it's just called Imminent, but he's been pushing forward that this is a threat now for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's right. I don't know where I stand on this sort of stuff, to be perfectly honest. Because I know we talk about the blue beam shenanigans and things like that, the fake alien invasion. I'm not so sure, because this is my problem with, we know for a fact, I think, that the powers that be and the elites of the world feel there is something on the horizon that is a direct threat to life. Mm. We've got pretty much cast iron. In fact, well, no, I think we do have cast iron evidence of deep underground military bases. The only thing we don't really know when it comes to them are these independent like self-sufficient silos that have been created, or is there a network of these things? Are they connected to each other through underground tunnels and stuff like that? I would suggest that's probably the case, that these things are, or at least even if it's not like a gigantic network of where they're all connected together. Maybe you've got like certain nodes which are connected to each other. So if you've got, I don't know, fucking 50 of these things, like 10 are connected over there, 20 are connected over here, and 30 are connected over here. So there are independent networks in themselves. We know that the people out there that are rich enough to build bases for themselves, like these elaborate shelters that people like Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk are building for themselves and their homes. I mean, that's the thing. You hear about one or two of these things. There's no point in having like a emergency bunker. You've got to think, if these people are putting the time, energy, and money and resources into these shelters, that they have to be building them at pretty much all the residences they have, or at least the ones that they're most likely going to be in. Because there's no point, if you're like Mark Zuckerberg, for instance, he must travel around a lot. I doubt he stays in the one place. So there's no point him being like 150 miles away from his shelter.
Unless you know the exact date that's going to happen.
Unless you know the exact date, or at least a ballpark date, I suppose. Like 2027, for instance. When's
this coming?
So at the speed this thing, all right. So one of the articles I read was that it wasn't coming close to Earth, and it was going to be like this galactic unit of measurement that I've never seen before, so that's why I can't remember it, away from the sun. So I mean, that's fine. That was one article I read there, but realistically what it should be, I think to say it's headed towards Earth is a very broad brushstroke to paint this with. If it sounds more on the point if you were to say it's headed towards like our solar system. That's the line here that should be said. But obviously it's more sexy to say on its way to Earth, isn't it? But that being said, if you enter our solar system and then you kind of go, we need to hang a left here, it doesn't take much for all of a sudden that to be headed towards us. But November time is when they say at the speed this is going, it will be with us in November.
Also, it's going to fuck Christmas up. Great.
Well, this was the thing I thought you say. See, a load of people jumped on this and said, oh, well, obviously the 2027 thing's bullshit if this is going to be here by November. But the 2027 stuff was always like a big event's going to happen. What happens if we get like an Independence Day scenario, but like District 9?
Yeah.
Remember like the District 9 like craft?
I can't believe you've just said this.
Just stayed there, didn't it? They stayed there for ages.
They was claiming they wanted to claim asylum.
Yeah.
That was what the whole film was about.
Oh, fucking hell, Keir Starmer's rock hard right now.
Oh my god, he's gonna fill fucking Britain with fucking aliens.
We don't have enough hotels for aliens now.
I'll tell you something though, if that thing's on its way, and they say it's a fucking alien ship, and we still have the migrant hotels, I'm moving in one of the migrant hotels.
I mean,
young fighting age men. I'll go in with them. I'll take my chances. Like boys, little green men. Yeah, get yourself out there, lads. Come on, do your bit.
I mean, at a at the risk of sounding prejudiced, I'm going to wait and see what the aliens have to say first. I'm just going to hear them out. Just like, what are your views on marriage and like the starting age? Then we'll work from there.
I mean, if aliens came, they definitely have something to give us. If they're not here to destroy us, they definitely have something that they could trade with us because they've made it all this way.
Why?
Well, we can't do that as far as we know.
Yeah, but they might just be explorers.
No, but we can't travel that vast amount of distance, especially not at that speed. And we'd have to figure out, we've already said, like, if we travel that sort of speed, we have to figure out how to deflect all the space shit that comes at you. You know, one thing about going faster than the speed of light, I don't think that thing's going at the speed of light, but one thing about going those sort of speeds is you're going to hit shit on the way.
Mm-hmm.
So they've obviously figured if that is a spaceship, they've figured out how to, one, deflect whatever's coming in front of you. Two, I don't know, they've probably been traveling for a long, long time, and they've figured out how to support their life. Free the fucking aliens.
I mean, let's be perfectly honest. If this picture is, sorry for our audio listeners, but
it's a long line of lights.
Yeah, there is the usual like galactic noise photograph where you see all the stars, and you usually have some like pompous person over here explaining to you that every dot is like a quintillion fucking universes or something. And there's one straight row of lights, of colored lights, like blue, green, red, blue, white, blue, red, blue. Like I say, if that's not colored, that's a spaceship. I don't fucking. I'll go for it right now. There is something. If that hasn't been artificially colored, then it's fucking like, if all this is natural. If you were to show me this photograph and say, Lee, can you point out what's the unnatural thing there? I'd go, do you know what? Might be the big colored line in the middle.
It's the gayest spaceship I've ever seen.
No, you see, no, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do this because the aliens probably come from a place where the rainbow hasn't been co-opted.
Fair.
Yeah. So I don't think you should be pushing our misuse of the rainbow.
My wife said this to me. I think I told you about this. In fact, it was about this snowman. Like, you see, and I'm like, she got this like a few Christmas ago.
Yeah,
I think 2 Christmases ago, and it was for the kids. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on with the hat? And it's just a fucking stripy coloured hat.
It's not even all the stripes, Ollie. Like, you can be too puritanical about this shit, mate. But yeah, so that's where I was thinking with this was, if it turns up, what if it just hangs out for like 12 months? We get kind of used to it being there, and then 2027 comes around, then we get fucking butt shagged.
All right, what if they take our moon? Yeah, I've gone there. What if they just take the fucking moon, Lee?
Why would they want it?
The moon apparently wasn't here all along.
There is written record of time.
What if they're taking it back? You don't deserve our moon anymore, bitches. I'm taking that. We're taking it back.
The other interesting thing is, remember the story we did ages ago about the last like interstellar object we heard about, which was the war. Or we were told something might be on its way, weren't we? Professor Simon was on, vetted with a couple of other people that we didn't know. Vetted pulled back quite considerably from that story. I believe Professor Simon's still hung with that, and
I think
it's
Professor Simon's definitely still
yeah,
balls
and
deep into that.
He said like this, whatever this deep whisper is it called, something like that. The whatever the British independent like space listening group was, like he was adamant like one of these people has been in touch with him and said like we found something fucking wild. I just wonder, like he said.
I think this was a planet, wasn't it? It was a planet, but there was also an object coming from this planet, but the planet itself had like crazy noise on there that the only thing they could put that down to is
a civilization.
If you put it on Earth and you just hear that, because we've got that much technology, you just hear noise.
Everything, yeah. See, I can't help think that some of these things, like these little dribs and drabs that are coming out, are like connected to something. I really don't know. You see, we've become so entrenched. Everything's become entrenched because I've noticed this online. Where you'll see the adverts, you'll see the articles of like this, and again they are like they're fucking salacious. Like it's everything is like incoming alien and threat, alien invasion by December. The amount of comments I saw which were, I can't believe we're getting an alien invasion before GTA 6, and you're like, they're thinking, do you think you're the first person that's wrote that today? Like, do you think you're not even the first person within the time you were typing it that wrote that? Fucking get something original. But
okay, let me get serious with this now, though. Do you envision a time where we're gonna have like, so you see people protesting over like migrants, and you get people protesting over political parties and what have you, what's going on in the world. You get like fucking the Greenpeace guys and all that. But you get these people going to the streets. Do you think you're going to get a situation like that with something going on where they say you need to come clean and tell us? Do you think it's going to get to that point ever in our lifetime with aliens?
No, because I don't think the I mean, I'll caveat that by saying maybe, but you got to remember.
Do you know what I mean there? By the way,
I know exactly what you mean. But what you've got, but you're making the mistake when it comes to the protests we have, as in Black Lives Matter, as in the.
No, I'm talking about a protest where they want to know the truth.
Yeah, but what?
Scared.
Hang on. What I'm saying is that the protest you're talking about, what you're saying, the protest so like I said, like Black Lives Matter, like whatever the current fucking climate hoax protests are, fucking justice for Gaza, fucking turkeys for Christmas, whatever the whatever the current thing is almost certainly and almost always backed by like globalist money, be it World Economic Forum, George Soros, those guys. Those like there have been online listings for those things where they've been looking for certain people to be like agent provocateurs. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure that I'm not saying that everyone that goes to these protests is like a paid actor. But I 100% believe that those protests are formed by paid actors. These people find people out there with that have the charisma. They find people out there that have the right way of speaking, of espousing these views. Then they send them to universities. Then they send them to out there, and they snap up the impressionable youth, and then that's what hits the streets. Like the absolute, like it's the dictionary definition of an agent provocateur. So is there going to be protests about show us the aliens? No, unless it's part of the plan.
Werner von Braun's Final card.
Well, no, not that. But I mean, like, unless the protests.
Yeah, that would be the
plan,
plan, though, wouldn't it? That would be the plan.
Maybe.
The last card, the final card.
I don't know. It depends which way it would go. I mean, I think it's far right. If you wanted to do a fake, if you were to fake an alien invasion, right? We always think of it as being like a kinetic War of the Worlds like thing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're doing this because you want to install some sort of one world government with like totalitarian control, yada yada yada, then that's not the best way to do it. Surely, the best way to do it would be to fake a second coming. You could use aliens for it, but that's essentially what it would be. These things would rock up and go, "We're the Nephilim. A long time ago, we came to Earth. We needed gold. We fucking created you, motherfuckers." And I would include into the thing as like this, that what they had to do was put a soul into us. Because realistically, if you want people to behave, the only way people will behave is if they expect something afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you'd have to work in some sort of heaven type reward system for being a good slave. So that's how I think would be the best thing, because then you could, with your new installed like alien race you've hoaxed, then you would install like a new parliament, a new government. You would have what appeared to be humans working next to this staged creature, and when realistically it's still just you pulling the strings. But
that would be the perfect way, though? The perfect way, if the elites want to control us, that might be the perfect way to control us.
It would be. That would be that would be so much more effective than blowing a few cities up and us going through just the cost, just the sheer financial burden of the like a kinetic war.
Mm-hmm.
But
like, listen, boys and girls, the aliens are here. We need to elect a world leader. We need to do it before they arrive.
By the look of that ship, they're here, they're queer. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, I mean, I told you I went to see Superman, didn't I, while I was away with the kids? Yeah, I found that crazy, especially with the Greys coming up again. Like we've seen a few. I think get on.
To be fair, Ollie, you are 2 steps away from counting the white chocolate bars and the brown chocolate bars in your local supermarket. And then if it turns out there's more brown chocolate bars going, I'm not going back in there. It's too woke.
Yeah, I agree.
There is a line in the sand, Ollie, that I think, and I don't get me wrong, I'm up to the line, I'm peeking over it, but like you're way off in the distance.
Wait, don't get me started on Superman. That's not what I was going to bring on, but
okay.
it is pretty fucking woke. There is definitely the Israel-Palestine thing in there, and Superman comes to fucking save the day. But that's not what I was going to bring up. There is an alien grey in that film.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, spoiler alert, people, but that is in between dimensions, and I found it really interesting. It was like the gatekeeper of fucking hell. He was blatantly looked like an alien grey, and that's one of the things that they're bringing in right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing these greys pop up everywhere.
We are seeing these greys pop
again,
up
and it's
everywhere.
been a while since we've seen the greys, but the greys have started to pop up again.
And I'll play a little thing for you here, because this 1 minute clip came out the same pretty much the same time as the alien invasion story hit over the weekend, and this was from somebody's Ring doorbell camera, and like, it's pretty fucking weird. So apologies again to the audio listeners. You'll be able to find it if you become a patron, and you'll get it immediately when the podcast comes out with
can describe
video
it.
on Patreon. Or you can wait 24 hours after the episode comes out and you can go over to the YouTube and watch it. Or just search alien Ring doorbell camera. I'm not going to hold your hand. I'm not going to force you how you're supposed to watch it. But yeah, here we go. Let's watch this.
New at 11, plenty of paranormal questions after a mysterious figure was spotted near a home in Compton. Take a look at this. Look at the right corner of your screen here.
Pause it right there. Lee, go back. I want you to go back. So you know what I was saying about Superman?
Because like wood.
No, I would. You know I would because I like older women. But
just because I know he's listening, Ben, you absolutely would.
A home in Compton. Take a look at this.
Pause. Right. Okay. Right there. Look at that image. This is what I noticed the other day, and this is what made me think about the whole Superman thing, because the Superman thing brings God and all this sort of stuff into it. And okay, for anybody that has watched the Superman, I know it wasn't hell that the grey was. It's another dimension or whatever. But look, you've got the angel there on the left hand side, and then on the other side near the plant, I can't work out what the rest of it says, but I can see the dear God.
Dear God, please take a minute. That's all I can get.
Look, and then you've got, if you look above the plant pot, Lee, you've got the angels. Those things with bells, those are angels. Okay.
Yeah.
But then you've got the little sign.
Welcome.
Why would the welcome sign be facing the door? The welcome sign is facing, I think the door's there, and that is facing the door. I think this has been all put together. I think this image you're seeing here, this is part of the psyop. 100%. You've got the angels, you've got the welcome, you've got the dear God. Put that in your dick. I've done it.
What I'll say is it's very clean.
It's perfect. It's a set.
Yeah, it's the door here looks very clean. The woodwork up the top, nothing's dirty. It's the it's really difficult to keep this shit like this wooden panel and stuff clean. Like the amount of times I've had to paint this type of thing for people with porches, and it's a bit like under here where you get the shallow part of the eaves always gets a little bit.
No, not a fucking cobweb in sight.
No, it is. It's very clean. I genuinely pains me to agree with you here because I don't want to go to everything's a psyop. But let's look at this because this is really fucking weird.
Yeah, but Lee, this is what I'm saying. I don't think for anybody who says this is a fake alien walking by this image, maybe it is, but I'll tell you who's faked it. They faked it. What does that sign say, Lee? Can you pause it? I want to see what that sign says. Go back. If you go back, right.
I want to take a minute. Not to ask for anything from you, but to simply thank you for all I have.
Okay. I'm none the wiser.
That looks like a face there as well.
It does look like a face there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's go back to the part where it walks through, not you.
Can we hear the news article?
That's it. So, right, I wonder if they've put that in this circle. Is that circle we put there to highlight it? Because if so, it's the worst highlighting circle ever.
Yeah, it has.
I mean, It's very fucking difficult to find any, like, if you wanted somebody to show a picture of an alien walking past something.
Oh, hang about. Go back. I'm sorry for the audio listeners. I'll explain it to you. Why is that thing ghost through that bucket?
Doesn't it? Goes behind it. It's not a bucket.
What is it then?
That's that ring and that aren't the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's list. I think this Jesse Ortega is the homeowner. So let's listen to what she has to say.
I was sitting in my son's room with my son. We were staring at each other like, what do we do? We didn't even know what to do. Like, I'm not going to call the police. I'm not going to go outside. I guess I'm going to have to live with the doubt because I'm not checking.
I wouldn't see there's anything to worry about, but I cannot conclude that this is a hoax after seeing that footage. That's for sure.
Now, Jessica said some people think it's a child, a mariachi, or even a large cockatoo. UFO and chemtrail expert Mick West believes it's someone playing a prank, saying it doesn't look like a being walking and the lower half is transparent with no legs. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
That might be the worst Mick West debunk ever.
But the interesting thing there is she just said that she didn't know what to do. She was watching it with her and her son. Who stands and looks at the door cam? Do you know what I mean?
I will give her.
You'd have got a notification. You would have got a notification, but would you notice that straight away, or would you straight away go to that thing's a demon, an alien, or a monster?
If she was to get a notification that something was at a door, maybe that's in the proximity center, maybe the lights come on, maybe you check what's there. If I was to see something supposedly outside, see there's nothing on the camera, and I went back to my Ring doorbell and like scrubbed back through the footage and saw that, I think it's not ideal. I'd definitely be locking the door and not going outside.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, if I saw that outside, I don't know if I'd be scared of it. If it is a little alien grey,
I guarantee you, Ollie, if you looked on a fucking security camera and you saw what you thought was an alien grey outside your fucking house, like you would wait till the morning, burn your house down, and move somewhere else.
Mate, I'm not the biggest guy on the street, but I would kick the shit out of an alien grey. Ain't gonna have a chance. That thing's getting knocked out.
What if they got magic powers, Ollie?
I'd take a sword.
What if they do the whole like fucking beaming into your head? There's enough fucking room for them to get in there with you.
I don't think they'd get anything.
No, I don't either. It's like fuck.
No, I think like people that wear those tinfoil hats. I think I've probably got like a natural defense mechanism. They ain't getting in there. Seriously, that thing's getting. If that's what the aliens are, they're not demons, right? If they're just alien greys, and let's say they're
why, right? Why? Because they're physically the same thing, whether they're demons or aliens.
You ain't gonna get ninja greys.
But what? I don't. Why? How are you getting here? Like, I need the working out.
All I'm saying, if the aliens, the enemy, yeah.
Right.
If the little tiny little grey men with big oval almond-shaped eyes and they're not here in peace, they're gonna get fucked up.
No. I want like 100% taking the alien on. Like I'm going all in. I'm not even going like each way on this bet.
At least a few of them are gonna get fucked up.
No. We're specifically talking about you here. I am all in with the alien. I don't even know the alien's name. All in.
Mate, I will jump on that little bastard.
Before you knew it, you'd have like a little thin grey alien penis in your mouth.
I'd bite it off.
Not by the time he's fucking dug around in your head.
I mean, it is a weird image, I have to say. I don't think it's a bird. It doesn't look like a bird.
Yeah, and this thing about Mick West saying, "Oh, it looks like someone with no legs." Clearly you can see there that it's just because it's a fucking Ring doorbell camera and it's nighttime. You can see that this carries on. Just here, you can see it carries on.
Also, how does Mick West not look at that image? I mean, I know he's not a conspiracy.
Why are we calling him Nick West as well? Mick West.
Did I call him Nick?
I called him Nick as well, I think.
All right, we'll call him Nick from now on. So
Yeah.
Nick West, right? How come somebody who analyzes things like with a fine-tooth comb, supposedly?
Yeah.
How come me looking at that image and seeing how well put together that image is, he doesn't ever say, seems conveniently put together, this image? How come he doesn't go the opposite route and say, because he will never, he never, he maybe doesn't believe in the global elites or anything like that, but he will never say that. Like,
I think he believes in the checks he's getting off them.
Maybe, yeah.
I
let us in on it, Nick. Mick.
I don't believe in the quite as much of the I'm sure some people are like controlled opposition, but I don't think it's anywhere near as prevalent as like the internet would like to have you believe. And most of the time, as we have fallen foul to over the past few weeks, most of the time when people say that you're controlled opposition, it's actually just because you have a slightly different opinion to them and they aren't mentally equipped to to discuss something with somebody else that thinks something different to them.
Do they think we both are? Just you?
I think it was just me.
Oh, okay. I tend to agree with them.
Yeah, well, I hope so, because if it's just me that's a controlled opposition, Ollie, that means these checks coming from the World Economic Forum are just mine, and I don't have to share.
You wouldn't do that to me.
Well, if you're not part of the plan, Ollie, if you're not part of the plan, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, but this image, back to this image, 100%. There's something iffy about it, and it ain't the alien.
Right? Yeah, but like, let's be fucking. What we shouldn't do here is like throw the fucking alien out with the bathwater here, because right. So the light source here is blowing the white out anyway. Mm-hmm. So and what I will say, as being somebody that's had to take photographs of decorated rooms for advertisement purposes, every room, even if it's not been decorated, if you take a picture of your living room, it looks nicer on the picture than it does in real life. It's just an aspect of photography, like the cutting in on your walls into your ceiling always looks sharper in the photograph than it does in real life. The whites always look whiter than they do in real life. Woodwork tends to look flatter and like smoother. So there's definitely an element of that going on in this picture, where in real life it probably doesn't look as pristine. Yeah,
I agree.
She's also she's also some flavor of Latina. Like we know how religious Latins tend to be in
that is true. My wife's pretty religious.
Yeah. I think the welcome thing being there, it's not a big red flag to me, because people come to the door, they come to stand in that area before you let them in the house. So it's a plant pot. You can't put the plant pot in front of the door. Yeah,
you're definitely controlled opposition.
No, but all I'm trying to say is we shouldn't be focusing on this being the strange thing. We should be focusing on him being the strange thing.
How do you know it's a he?
Because, well, I mean, I suppose it could be a female alien because he seems to have got this far and crashed. Oh dear. It's there's a distinct possibility that every alien roaming the Mojave Desert after crashing their saucer is in fact female.
I will say this is I've never seen an alien grey that looks like that has that head that goes straight back. Like it's almost like the alien grey from Independence Day. You know,
it
that
is,
has
but
that.
Do you know what it looks more like? It looks like the elongated skulls we've been finding for years.
Yes, it does.
Because I'm still one like that. I think there's a distinct difference between head binding, like the skulls were found of like people that have bound their head to change the skull shape in tribes.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a distinct difference between the 100% head-bound skulls were found and then the pristine elongated skulls. Like some of those elongated skulls were found don't have all the fractures in them where they've essentially been breaking their skull into a different shape.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that the people that were binding their heads were doing it to look like the whatever had the elongated skulls, in the same way as like the pictures of the pharaohs where they've got the elongated skulls in Egypt. I think there's a fucking good chance that their heads were that fucking shape.
Yeah, like when you see those the pharaohs, like with all the different head things, I sometimes wonder if maybe what was under there, maybe they did wear these masks, these big giant fucking masks, but to cover something up.
Yeah. I've got a good I was going to play as like the talk about the Virginia alien now. Seems like a good point
Definitely.
to get into
I wanted to speak about that anyway.
So there's something else. There's another thing I want to bring up in a little bit, which will take us back to Egypt as well. But just for now, so if anyone doesn't know, James Fox, UFO documentarian extraordinaire, his last documentary focused on what was supposedly a close encounter in Virginia, or Virginia. Is it Latin America?
I think it's Virginia.
Yeah, it is. It's just
not Virginia. Virginia's in America, isn't it?
Yeah. My accent wants to just say Virginia for the whole thing.
I just want to say vagina.
Well, yeah, you fucking would. So yeah, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize. But at least I'm not like confusing it with genitals. So here's you'll know more about the case than I will. Ollie, do you want to give us a quick fucking 100
I couldn't give you the exact year, but I believe it happened in like the early 90s, I think. And there was this in the town, this little creature was seen by these girls, and it was a slimy little fucker with red eyes and horns. Now, I'm really trying to scrape the memory banks here. I think like a soldier ended up getting this thing, putting it into the back of his car, taking it to the hospital. The whole hospital then stunk of sulfur for weeks and weeks on end. The guy who took the little creature to the hospital, he died of like some sort of highly fast moving cancer. radiation poisoning or whatever. And before this, there was a crashed craft, I believe, in a field, but I think that was a separate case, but very close by. But yeah, that's the little motherfucker there.
Yeah, so this was the drawing that came out of Virginia when it happened. So this strange blackish brown creature was supposed to be found by this brick wall that was there. It was a rainy night as well, apparently. So I think that's maybe where some of the shine comes from. But the girls that saw it said it had these ridges on the top of its head, these big red fucking piercing eyes. I've always thought that the depiction sounded more like a demon than like an alien thing. But this video has surfaced, and what I did find weird, so I went surface searching, went surfing the web like it was 1996.
We should bring that back on the show. That's what we should call it, I think. Surfing the web. Surfing.
We should.
Let's bring it back again.
So this video that I'm gonna play for you in a minute. I'm gonna turn the sound off because I know it doesn't have sound. It's just surfaced, and I found it very strange the sheer amount of people in the comments that turned up started to go, oh, this is old. I saw this years ago. This is old. This is old. This isn't, like, it might be an old video or it might be made to look old, but it is not old.
It's weird though that when I saw this today, and it was, is it Polarity?
We're not playing Polarity's video, but that
no,
was
I know,
what
but
saw as well.
he put a video of this. That's the one that I watched. I did think I've seen this before. I did think that.
I did, yeah. I did not. I haven't seen this before ever. So yeah, let's watch it together anyway and see what we think. We'll have to try and do some speaking all the way through. So this
guy
guy's
walking through a jungle.
Yeah. And
lots of leaves.
It's like he's clearly looking for something as well, which is weird. Like there's no, like, I wish there was some voice to this. So then he comes across, he sees something, he fucking gives it toes away from the little grey fucker. He's going to find his nuts in a second. Shows his hands, and I've got
see who does that? Who does that? Who would show the shit out? Like, oh, fucking
I think I would. I think I would.
You?
Yeah, I think I would. Oh yeah, because I actually I thought that when I saw it, because I thought that actually gave it some validity, because I thought that was a very human thing to do, to go like, look, I'm fucking terrified here.
What I'd like somebody to do who's a what do they call it? Is it a plantologist? Who knows a shitload about plants? I would like somebody to look at all. No, that's dinosaurs. Paleontologist. I'd like somebody to look at the plants in this and tell us if that is the area. If those plants, those exact plants that are in this video, grow in Virginia. That would be interesting to know if those exact species grow together in that sort of area, in that jungle.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm gonna guess that they probably fucking that.
No, but you know, if they say, "Oh no, those things are from bloody China."
Interesting. Did you watch the whole video from?
Yes.
Polarity. So what I didn't realize was Josh from Polarity, which we still need to get on the show, where it's just been difficult because he's Australian, and it's like it's going to have to be a day when we get him on. It's going to have to be a day where we both take a day off work so we can do it like during the day. But the thing I found interesting was he used to work in video effects, special effects. And he was saying he doesn't have the same software that he used to have because it's like fucking super expensive to have. However, he did run the video through the software he does have, and said that he can at least confirm that all the background noise and like VHS funkiness that you see on this video are all at the same frame rate as the video.
Yeah.
Which would suggest that it's not like a video that's been done and then had an after effect like put on top of it. So let's keep watching. So he's had a little look there. I think we get right. Let's be honest here. It definitely. Can I get it? There we go.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, Lee.
Definitely looks like the drawing of that Virginia UFO. It has the same ridges on the head that they drew on it.
Little brown alien with red eyes.
Yeah. No, but more I was more so interested in the ridges, because that was such a prominent part of that drawing.
I'm gonna throw a spanner in the works. What if some handy little bastard has got hold of a 90s video camera and then made this thing out of modeling clay, monster clay or something like that, and then
yeah. I mean,
he's gone into his back garden and done this, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, if it's fake, and let's be perfectly honest, it's a video of an alien, so chances are it's probably fake. Yeah. It's far more. There's a far more earthly possibility that someone hoaxes a video of an alien than actually stumbles upon an alien having a kip in the middle of the forest. But if he has done, he's definitely done it to make it seem like it was James Fox's alien.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's interesting how much it looks like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking bang on. Like, it really is. Like, it's that's what they said they saw. They did the fucking what you call it, like the artist's impression that when they're from the police of what they saw, and what they saw is very fucking much looks like what
the problem is that he doesn't get particularly. I mean, it's close-ish, and he never keeps it still. And when you have old technology like this, you got an old camera, and you're thinking with the modern brain, you know by not keeping that thing still, it will avoid any clues to a hoax. And that's my only thing with this. But at the same time, if it is real, could the guy be shitting himself and thinking, is that thing still alive? I've never been in the position where I've got a video camera in my hand, phone in my hand, and a little alien in front of me.
It's not just that, right? What you've always got to remember, like, people always turn around and say, "Oh, well, why didn't he stand still? Why hasn't he looked at it better? Why doesn't he do this? Why doesn't he do that?" But most people,
you've seen me film UFOs.
Yeah, you were the worst documentarian of UFOs in the fucking world. But regardless of that, I don't think we're going to get a nice clear picture here, are we? But the most people are terrible at taking video. Like, most people don't hold the phones straight. Most people can't find, even when they go.
Don't remove that image, by the way. Keep that image there. Sorry, go
on. Most people, when they put the camera up to their eye, they can't fucking find what they were supposed to be filming again. Unless you have even like the faintest fucking inclination that you enjoy doing photography or something like that, like most of the videos you shoot are fucking dreadful. Like just go and look at people that film concerts, for instance. Like the camera darts around a bit. Nobody can stay focused on anything. They lose what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be filming. I 100% believe that if you saw something like this, you would be a fucking shambles. See, the other thing is as well.
You would be. You'd think you'd think if this thing comes to life, I may be fucked. You might think, oh shit, is this thing going to be toxic? Or you might think,
it's just going to say that.
Am I going to be in like a government? Am I going to be taken out?
I think the other things to remember is the girls that saw this thing in Virginia said it smelled of sulfur, wasn't it?
Yes.
Which is really interesting again, because sulfur is a smell that's often connected with paranormal and demonic.
I've smelled
stuff.
it before.
Yeah. So sulfur, like I don't know if I've ever smelled sulfur.
I have.
Is it rotten eggs? Is that basically the smell?
So you know, like when have you ever? Obviously, you've lit a match. You know, you blow the match out and you smell the match.
Oh, that smell, right? Okay,
that smell,
right? Cool. Quite like that smell. I'd sniff that alien.
Yeah, I used to strike matches and like chew the end off it once it had gone out. I used to really enjoy that. Those were the days.
Mm-hmm.
What I was going to say though,
yeah.
He's gone to take another angle there of this little chap, and he's gone round. So what you're looking at there is the
back of its head.
Look how elongated it is.
Oh, the head.
Yes.
Yeah.
It goes right back. It does go right back. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the horny things at the front, and then you can see the head. It swoops back.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking like, it's weird. You said before, James Fox tweeted Josh's video out, and he's basically come out and said he is 99% convinced that this is a hoax.
I'll read it. I'll read it in my best way I can. I'm 99.9% sure that this is a fake. I'm also.
I like the fact he's 99.9% sure, because if he was 100% sure, he's coming after my brand.
Yeah. So it's like, what is it? Is it Dumb and Dumber? So
I appreciate
there is a chance.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate James. Game meets game. I like it.
But he also says here, I am also 99.9% sure that there is footage out there that we have yet to get our hands on, but that time will come. Sorry to rain on anybody's parade.
It's interesting, but like, I'd like to know why. Again, see, people say stuff, and I like James Fox, I really do. But
well, just quickly, Lee, it's not against the fucking wall for a start. Wherever this thing is not where those girls spotted it. But I think where the girls spotted it, I don't think it was
recovered from there. It ran away.
No,
didn't it?
Yes, it ran away.
Yeah. So see, this is the wild thing about it, is this video camera could have been the police guy, which died in hospital, for all we know. But the thing with people like James just writing it off, I'd like to know why. So he says 99.9% sure this is fake. Great. You've got a blue tick just like we have. I know you can use as many words as you want to. Use them. Tell me why you're 99.9% sure it's fake.
If I was going to guess, I think it looks too clean. I think the video footage looks too clean. I think it looks.
Do you think?
I don't think it looks like fucked up enough.
Why would it be fucked up though?
So I watched a VHS from the 90s. I think it was last Christmas, and it was my auntie and uncle showing me being a little prick when I was like, what? Fucking
I don't know. I think
11 or
I
something.
think this looks pretty fucking rough, Ollie.
It doesn't look that rough though.
The other thing to notice is I noticed with this footage rather than thing, this isn't a VHS tape. This is being projected onto something and filmed off a projector, because that there, you'll see it all the way through, is a tear in the projector screen.
Oh yeah.
Because at first I thought it was an eye, looked like an eye. Then I realized.
No, but is it not moving? Oh yeah, no. Oh shit. Right, yeah, you're right. They are filming it.
So this is being recorded, and so this is the quality of the recording, and then I think this has been projected onto a screen, and somebody or some I think it's projected because of that
No, you're right. You're right. We are looking at a recording of a recording.
Yeah.
You can see the wall coming into play there. That black the black bit.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether that might be some sort of stabilization or not.
No, I don't think it is.
But you see, I as a if you take out what it is, right, as a VHS recording, I think that looks like, especially in the situation it is, like a what would we be looking at here? But 480p, something like that resolution for a VHS camera.
I think it's like 250 or something.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit lower. So it's the worst. That was quite a good thing of the eye there, wasn't it? But so it's what I was going to say was it's the worst place to use a VHS camera is amongst like greenery. All this, like you're not getting any fucking detail here.
Yeah.
So to me, it looks legit, like it's a legit VHS recorder. Oh, sorry, we should stop saying VHS because it probably isn't VHS. It's probably those little tiny mini cassettes. Yeah.
But again, going back to the footage from the dash cam, it's not dash cam, sorry, the doorbell. It seems perfect right now. Seems absolutely perfect. You've got the dash cam footage.
Oh yeah,
you've got the doorbell footage, which
looks
like a set, may not be a set, but does look like a set. And then you've got the image of that alien that was put out quite a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the drawing of that alien that was put out a few years ago. And that footage looks exactly the same. Exactly the same. That's not could it be the exact same alien? I don't think you'd make a hoax with that level of detail though, unless you want to get a financial comeback from that.
Which one? Sorry.
The second one. I don't think you make a hoax both of them, in fact. I don't think you make a hoax like that unless you want to get something out of it.
I don't know.
Especially the second one. To go to that level of detail.
Some people just do hoaxes for the sake of hoaxes. However, I do think that there are I do think there's videos online which are fucking real that have been branded as hoaxes because there's so much hoaxy stuff around.
Look at what happened with us with the alien autopsy and the stuff we went into it with that.
I'm still convinced.
We should revisit that for the Daily Conspiracy podcast.
Yeah, we should do a special, like especially sort of deep divey sort of thing into it. For the like just a quick peek behind the curtain. we did that episode. We call a spade a small shovel for like without going too in depth as to the reasons or whom why. It wasn't how we wanted that to come out. Like it's one of the reasons I'd like to revisit it, because we put a lot of time and effort into that, and it got kind of fucking waxed over halfway through by something that wasn't necessarily either of our faults. The interesting thing about that was, shortly after we did that episode, I got in touch with Ray Santilli, which was the guy which released the Alien Autopsy film in the 90s. He was the guy that, like, Antor Deck played Ray Santilli in the Alien Autopsy film. If you've seen any interview with some like balding guy with glasses talking about it, that's Ray Santilli. He became like synonymous with that footage. I had him arranged to come on the podcast. He was down for it. He was gonna come on and talk to us. Then, in the messages, I said we'd done a video on the Alien Autopsy, and I don't know whether he went back, watched that, but he just went cold. Like, he wouldn't answer messages. He'd see them, wouldn't answer them, wouldn't come on the show. I'm convinced he wouldn't come on the show because we were the ones going, this looks too good to being like 100% faked. I don't believe the guy that was supposed to have done the special effects on it, when you look at the stuff he was doing for the BBC in Doctor Who at the time, I don't like. If we got to remember, Doctor Who is as much as you can for television at the time. Like, Doctor Who was one of the most watched programs in the world. It was a time before the US television market had taken the planet over, where everybody was just waiting for the next episode of X-Files or Lost. It was before like the big shows kicked on. So, especially back in the day where BBC was exporting television more, it was also like if you were in your house on Saturday evening, you were watching the BBC and you were watching Doctor Who, probably. He wouldn't have had a bigger budget than he could have had for that show at that time, and that was the special effects they were cranking out. I don't believe, when you look at the stuff he did in Doctor Who, that man was actually capable of pulling off what he did on a shoestring of his BBC budget that he was given for the special effects of Doctor Who.
I can't remember who it was that said it. It could have been I could be pulling this right out of my sphincter, but I think it might have been Spielberg that said, "Whoever did that, they've got a job."
It was the guys from Industrial Light and Magic. Industrial Light and Magic was they were the special effects guys.
Was it the Jurassic Park? Were they the Jurassic Park guys?
Yeah. They did Jurassic Park.
That's why I'm thinking Spielberg.
Yeah. They did ET as well. The Industrial Light and Magic, like anything that had good special effects at the time, Industrial Light and Magic had their hand in.
So they said whoever did that,
we'll give them a job tomorrow.
So the guy that came out about it.
So the guy was So a guy that's working for the BBC, at the time, has Hollywood special effects producers saying, if someone did that, we'd give them a job tomorrow, and that guy never ended up working for them. That doesn't make sense, Oliver.
It doesn't. And also, Dave tried to buy his book, and
he tried to buy Stavros's book. Stavros was supposedly the
director.
Yeah, director. It's even his hand in it was a squirrely hand to have in it. He didn't seem necessary in the grand scheme of things. And like his one, like he had a book with pictures in it which we couldn't buy, and we tried to buy. His one thing was
the Bunsen
I can
burner.
tell. Yeah, he supposedly had the Bunsen burner that was in the footage, and he said, "You see, it can't be any other Bunsen burner because I made this one." And it was a Bunsen burner with a triangular base, and that was his big thing. It's got a triangular base. I'm pretty sure, like, because I don't know, I don't even know if you still get this in schools now. I don't know if this is still how science is done, but when we used to do science in school, we would have like gas taps at the desks, and that was to plug your Bunsen burner in. Yeah, when you were doing like potion work in Hogwarts. And I remember triangular based Bunsen burners.
Well, even if they weren't a thing, how fucking easy would it be to go? See that? Could you, by any chance, make me a triangle?
Could you make one of the Bunsen burners that's in that footage, please?
Yeah, I mean it's a pipe and a triangle.
Yeah,
and a pipe. Yeah, done.
So yeah, there was something very squirrely about him. It was odd we couldn't get Santilli on. I was really excited when he agreed to come on because he hasn't done interviews for a long time.
I think we should
I can reach back out to him. I can I can find him again.
Maybe do it on a different email. Yeah, will be.
It wasn't email. Well, it wasn't email how I found him. It was well more snoopy than that.
You're very sneaky.
Oh yeah.
What was the other thing you wanted to bring up anyway?
Oh, well, this takes us back to Egypt, and I thought you'd really enjoy this. I'm gonna bring in a thing, and it kind of doesn't. It's kind of not connected with what we've been talking about, but on one hand, but on the other hand, it's very connected. So it's Jordan Crowder. For those who don't know, he's like a conspiracy theorist. He's like the like long haired, like his hair is really long and like fucking fabulously conditioned. He's a bit hippie-ish. He does a lot of TikToks and stuff like that. You might have seen him before. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. Doesn't really matter. Good guy though. I'd love to again. Somebody else I'd love to get on the show. I really like his content. So anyway, in this tweet he posted up, he said, "It's all making sense now. Russ Coulthard talked about a UFO so big it can't be moved. So to hide it, a massive building was constructed. He said the building had a laudatory purpose. A strange thing to say. Laudatory means praiseworthy. So that's why I was confused then that I hadn't I hadn't read it right, because I thought it was a strange thing to say too. He states it's outside of the US, but in a country friendly to the US. Now think of the pyramids. We are finding out that there is a vast open area underneath. It looks manufactured. No one is allowed to explore under it. We can't explain how or why they were built. They are aligned precisely with the stars. They seem to be some sort of energy generator or conductor. China has discovered equatorial plasma bubbles hovering over the pyramids. Chris Bledsoe was told by the lady that the pyramids would be the source of new knowledge that would transform humanity next year. The pyramids are the most mind-blowing and mysterious buildings on Earth. If I had to guess where this huge underground UFO is, I think it should be the first place we look."
It goes back to Bob Lazar again, doesn't he?
What did Bob Lazar say?
Bob Lazar said he said it on Rogan. He said he said looking back on it now, I think they were from an archaeological dig.
Oh right, yeah. But I mean, this is possibly, but this here is this is Jordan suggesting that Coulthard's buried UFO that's buried underneath a man-made structure was buried underneath one of the pyramids.
Holy fuck! Who did he say that? Whose show did he say that on?
Jordan Crowder.
No. Whose show did Ross Coulthard say those exact words on? It's so big.
I'm not sure.
I'll tell you exactly what. Project Unity.
Was it Project Unity? That's interesting. Given
That's
the rub that
fucking
guy's
interesting,
having
that,
now.
mate.
Yeah.
So Project Unity, I mean, he wasn't the one that made the discovery, but Project Unity was the one that talks about. He made some big traction when he spoke.
Well, this is
about,
right. Again.
I've discovered a few things tonight. I'm on fucking fire. Welcome back, Ollie. You're welcome.
I don't want to make this sound like I'm beefing at Project Unity because I'm really not. I've watched some of the stuff.
We love Jay.
I enjoy some of the stuff he does. I have nothing against the guy, and I have.
I think he'll be the future Hancock.
I think that's a bit fucking far fetched, mate.
No, I think he will.
No, absolute bullshit.
Hancock
had wrote about fucking 16 books by the time he was Jay's age.
Oh, no, I didn't mean like a clone of him. I just think he'll be in the future. He'll be like that, the Hancock guy.
No, it makes no sense. Like Jay, like the
come back to me in 40 years.
Stop trying to make me say nasty things, Ollie.
Okay.
Because there's a reason, and I don't want to say. Hancock's really intelligent. Really intelligent. I'm not saying Jay's stupid, but there's fucking levels here. Do you get me?
We're definitely not getting Jay on now.
But you forced it by saying fucking ridiculous things like that.
I tell you why we're not getting it out, because we figured it out.
Well, yeah, I think it's fair. But to be honest, if anyone's going to be the next Hancock, it's the Bright Insight guy.
That's fair. He's awesome,
and he's really smart as well. Like he's smart cookie. Anyway, what I was going to say was, and this is before you made me be fucking nasty without me.
I think Jay's more intelligent than I am, though. I mean, he's intelligent.
I mean, there's levels to this, Ollie. Yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Ollie.
Right.
You're right.
Carry on. Anyway, what are you going to say?
The J thing. There's a lot of good channels out there. Yeah?
Yeah.
There's a lot of good channels. There's a lot of good creators out there. With all respect, I find the exposure Jay has been getting rather unnatural.
I mean, he comes across well. I remember he started out like filming, because he made a big point of this, going out and just filming with his iPhone 5 or something. Or is it iPhone 6? Anyway, it's in there. I see what you're saying. To get
don't get me wrong.
I
don't think he's in it. I don't think he's in on anything.
Do you think he's just done a few things? He's done a few things right. He's played the game.
I thought it was weird. You
think he's played the game right in the right way, because I think that's I think a lot of us could do that. I think in the past we've probably played the game right in the past, and we've managed to get certain things. Not like that, but I think
Yeah, I mean,
if you play this game right, you will. I don't know. It's like fucking Monopoly. You'll get to that level where you can just keep going around the board, and you're going to be untouchable. But then all of a sudden, you fucking land on Park Lane.
Yeah, I just find I always find it strange when, but I mean, again, maybe it's just one of those things. Because I said it was strange, Rogan pulled his video up. Maybe it was just that. Maybe that's all you need. Do you know what I mean?
He's going on Rogan, by the way. I guarantee that will happen.
He's not going on Rogan.
He is going on Rogan.
He's got nothing to say.
I bet he goes on Rogan.
But what?
I
know,
just can see it happening.
But I don't understand. I don't know what the reason would be.
The next thing that he I don't know. I think there's going to be something else that he'll
maybe.
shout out.
Yeah, maybe. But
if we're right on this, and I think you've hit the nail on the head without even realizing it, by bringing that structure. Who's the guy?
I think there's more time. I think there's more chance Jordan ends up on Rogan.
No, but the Jordan guy Jordan Crowder that you've just brought up there, and putting the pieces together there, like you've just done without realizing it, but I did it for you. Ross Coulthard making that claim on Jay's show, and then Jay being the man of the hour when it came to those pyramids. What if Jay was told, listen, Jay, I can't say anything. I can't say what they are or what it is, but just keep an eye on this company and what they're doing with their.
I must admit,
keep an eye on that, Jay. You know, just giving him the breadcrumbs.
Maybe he's just doing what. Maybe he just did his job well. Let's also like, because let's get this fucking straight here, because I never want us to be the guys that sit there from the peanut gallery, like unless someone's doing something fucking egregiously weird. I never want us to be the peanut gallery guys, like fucking throwing bullshit at people just because they're successful, because it's not. It's never how I've treated success. I'm always. I see other people's success as a pathway for us to be successful. I don't see it as a like intimidating or I wish that was me, because it just if I see somebody that, like, fucking Danny's the perfect example of this. Like someone asked me the other day, said, "Oh, does the girl that you had on the podcast the other day, does she have her own show?" I'm like, fucking right, she has her own show. It's one of the biggest fucking conspiracy podcasts out there right now. She's fucking huge. And like that's I couldn't be happier for people when people become successful. Like I think that's how all content creators should be. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I want everybody to do well, apart from maybe the reviews. But the
this is that little bit. I just wanted to get, you know.
I'm only joking. He doesn't even make videos anymore. We won.
Well done.
But
fuck
regardless,
you, Lou. Fuck you.
Regardless of that, I did find it odd, even at the time, although I couldn't like quite work it out, and there was a little bit of me just going, "Oh well, maybe I wasn't doing my job properly." Like maybe the fact that this is news to me, maybe I didn't have my ears and eyes open enough. But considering the first press conference they did was not reported too much, it was in Italian as well. I find it fucking convenient that just some mid level and like still fucking popular. Don't get me wrong. More YouTube subscribers than us. Like YouTube, like UFO commentator was fucking bang on it, like on it. He had the details, he had the fucking drawings, he had the video out. I mean, Jesus Christ.
And he
like,
came with the perfect fucking video. The perfect video that spread like fucking wildfire.
Yeah. So it is. I mean, again, it could just be he did his job really well. It was picked up by the right people. I do think, like, I think people, it's not even a thought. You go on Joe Rogan, if you do a reasonable representation of yourself on Rogan, that makes careers.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, like that's that, and go on Rogan with something to say and a way to sell it, and you're fucking made. You know, like that's you only need to do that show.
Well, this is what I'm saying about Jay. I don't think Jay is in on it. What I think may have happened, which I've kind of done the Sherlock Holmes here. I think the conversation may have been, it may not have even been after that show where Ross said there's a building so big they built there's an object so big they built a building on it. I think that there might have been a phone call afterwards with somebody, or somebody's said, Jay, keep an eye on this company and what they're doing. I can't tell you, I can't tell you what's going on.
No, but at very least, someone that can speak Italian has hit Jay up and said, "You need to look at this."
So it's played out. I think this is what's happened. I think Jay has been used.
Do you know
in a good way for him?
Vetted did a video about it.
What about
about how weird the interview between Jesse Michaels and Jay was. We're not the only ones that think
I really
weird.
enjoyed that. I listened to the whole. It was the longest.
It was odd as fuck, though.
Well, I wasn't watching it. I was driving, and it had the comedian as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was odd. I agree.
I don't think it was, I couldn't listen to the whole thing.
Well, I was just driving. I couldn't turn it off.
No, but just saying, I personally, I couldn't have listened to the whole thing. I listened to excerpts and I watched Vetted's video about it. You picked up an inconsistency in it, didn't you? In the story.
Remind me.
SIM card. The guy, he found a SIM card in his drawer.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah! The guy that found a SIM card in his drawer. So yeah, I long time ago now, but I still know a thing or two about it. I used to be in the mobile industry, and pay-as-you-go SIM cards, unless he's fucking been paying for a contract for all these years, but any pay-as-you-go SIM card, as far as I know, with 3 months of non-use, is automatically cut off by the networks. But what was the story with the SIM card? That was somebody. Was it a general or something that just
he found a SIM card in his drawer,
and randomly got
over
in touch
a year
with him.
later, and randomly pulled it out, and none of it made sense. And maybe this is
not me saying that Jay's lying, but this might be the person who's all of a sudden picked the phone up and got in touch with him, has told him this. Either that or they've waited, found out what they're allowed to say to him, and then said, "Oh, reason why I didn't get in touch with that quick is because it's been in the drawer." I don't think these people think that far ahead.
I found everything about that interview bizarre, though. I found the fact he was on that show bizarre. I found
Again, I think we're seeing him on Rogan very soon.
Not after that show.
I thought Jay. I know. I
think you need
Jay
to
was
watch
fine
it.
on
I
that
think
show.
you need to watch it as well.
Okay, well, I was just listening.
Because there was a part of the thing that I found very odd was visual too.
But it was some awkward moments.
I find it really weird when people have sunglasses inside.
You might have like
light
sensitivity.
I particularly find it weird when people wear sunglasses inside and they look awfully relaxed.
But what if that's the image that he wants to kind of portray?
There wasn't a good one.
I mean, I agree with the sunglasses inside thing. Usually you take them off, but maybe
nobody wants to watch, right? Definitely not getting on the show. There's plenty of people out there. There's plenty of people we can interview.
Stop being a pussy, Jay. Just come on the show and face the music and dance.
I'm just gonna say, nobody wants, right? If I was to, I'm me, right? I'm not very good at doing the content creation bit. So when we do a podcast or something like that, this is me. And then if you bump into me in a shop, this is also me. Like, so some people, when they start recording content, can switch into like content mode. Don't have many modes.
No, I mean, neither.
I just have the audacity to podcast with my boring personality. And but if I was to suddenly end up on like fucking Logan Paul's podcast, I'm all sat there trying to be like, yeah, man, yeah, you know, like fucking UFOs. Wild, isn't it? I was all trying to act super cool. People would be going, what the fuck's Lee doing? He looks fucking weird. Just saying, not enough people are going, what the fuck's Jay doing? It looks fucking weird.
I think I've seen him wear sunglasses inside a few times.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that particular interview, Jesse Michaels, there's even parts in it where I got the feeling that Jesse Michaels was looking at him going, what the fuck am I interviewing you for?
See, what if that is what if that's... See, I like it. No, but
I don't.
I get why you want to
get me wrong.
Jay knows his shit when it comes to UFOs, though.
Loads of people know their shit when it comes to UFOs because there's nothing to know, Ollie. Anybody, like, I love talking about this shit as much as the next person, and I think there's some validity to it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like being all Captain Debunker over here, but it is so easy to be an expert at something where there is very little facts. You can't go to university and study ufology because there simply isn't enough to study. There's a load of like circumstantial things that have happened. There's a load of stories. There's like, you can soak yourself in the lore of it. Absolutely. But like I say, it is a pseudoscience at the moment. And like I say, I think when there's no qualifications, anybody can be an expert. So you know just as much about the UFO stuff as Jay does.
No,
you absolutely do.
I couldn't articulate it as well as he does.
I don't think you articulate it well. I don't think he speaks slowly.
Right. So, but this is what I think's happened, though. And I think you're right. To get to these places, even Jesse Michaels, he came from fucking nowhere. All of a sudden, he's popped up in the UFO world.
Yeah, but his buddies with Logan Paul, though, wasn't he? Logan Paul was involved in that, and I think Jesse Michaels used to be involved with Logan Paul. You know,
okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, don't forget, like Logan was there when Jesse Michaels did his interview with.
Still, why UFOs?
Why not?
Listen. You want?
Why do we do it? Yeah, why do we do conspiracies? It's interesting.
But I think to get somewhere in this, I'm going to say it, in this field.
Well, no, because
I know. Listen.
But he's not in the UFO field. But he's not in the UFO field. He's in the entertainment field.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. I think to get to places, you have to be able to touch the right buttons and do as you're told. And I think, in so many words, that's exactly what Jay did. I'm not saying he bent over backwards, because I know for a fact. Well, you saw him fall out with Lou. He fell out with Lou Elizondo.
Yeah.
Because they said, I'm not going to be fucking dictated to. Or it was something along them lines. I could be pulling that right out of my arsehole. But it was something he fell out with him because. In fact, I'm not even going to say why I fell out, because I've totally forgotten why he fell out with him. But he did fall out with him. And I get
Have you forgotten, or do you just not want to say? Because I'd like to know.
No, I really can't remember. I really can't remember. So I'm not just going to make something up that isn't true. But I think.
Do you know what? Do you know
was
what I
along the lines.
Just quickly. Do you know what I actually think happened with these UFO commentators that fell out with Luis Elizondo? I think Lou bounced on them.
Maybe, but this is what I'm saying right now. I think that you have to play ball. And if you play ball in the UFO world, or any, or give it any conspiracy, if you play ball, then you will get somewhere.
Yeah, but what ball? No.
I don't know. I don't know what ball is.
No, but that's the thing. I think
Corbell played ball.
I think he was hit up though. That's the difference with Corbell was he had a profile beforehand.
So I think Project Unity's been hit up as well.
No, it's not big enough.
No, but I think he's been given his little role in this, and that is you figured it out. I just said it. I think the UFO or the object so big they put a building on it, and then all of a sudden he's the man that's right up there with this fucking LiDAR, wherever it is.
You've switched. No, but you're switching those
Italian
two. No, because you're switching those two things around.
What do you mean?
Because I mean that tweet from Jordan was probably last week.
I know it's from last week. The tweet, but the whole thing, the way it's been put together.
No, I think you're putting it together there.
No, I'm a fuck putting it together.
No.
Anybody should be putting two and two together.
No,
when it comes to this, think about it.
But I don't think Jordan putting a tweet out is connected to Jay.
No, I don't think the tweet from Jordan is. I don't even think Jordan even means to
I think that was just connected. A cool tweet. I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just a cool tweet as well. What I'm saying is, I think that I'm verging on. I know.
100%, Ollie.
I'm not 100%. But I think he was given a clue and said, listen.
One of Lou's clues.
Follow this fucking trail. Just follow it. And he's doing that. And all of a sudden you're seeing he's gone like that. He's gone like that.
Oh no, like right, absolutely. I'll give.
So this is not me saying that he's a fucking a psyop or anything like that. I think he's just followed some clues that he's being told to follow.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, it would make sense because it would.
And a good journalist never reveals the sources.
Behave, Ollie.
They don't.
No. Let's stop referring to anything that's being done by us or by 99% of the people that cover UFOs. Let's not call it journalism.
Right. But no, they are journalists. They want to be journalists. I don't know, but it's still a bit of journalism.
Maybe.
But
I'm unsure, Ollie.
Okay,
unsure.
Listen though. If they want to keep getting those breadcrumbs, they ain't gonna fucking reveal the sources.
No,
None
no.
of
It
them.
would, to be fair, it would make sense with what you're saying makes more sense the more I think about it. To be honest, which is another terrifying thing to say. Like my issue with that interview was it just seemed very awkward, and it would make sense it being that awkward if Jay's been passed something that like. See, I feel bad here because this sounds like I'm being 100% horrible to Jay. I don't mean to be. It's not what
He
I'm
loves
here for.
Jay. He's got a tattoo on his face.
100%. That's what my entire ass. But the thing is, when I watched that interview, I just got the feeling, and again, I don't understand it, right? So this is not me saying I could have done a better job, because I absolutely couldn't have done a better job. I'd have probably made slightly better jokes. That's about it. I'm hilarious. I made well better jokes, but I got a man that was talking about something that he didn't understand on a big platform. That's why I found it awkward. So this is where I don't understand, like it that backs to what you're saying, because if he's kind of been pushed in the direction of someone going, follow this, and he's followed that, and all of a sudden his numbers have gone, oh, right, fucking need to stay on this train, and then you get hit with that fucking, like I've watched it. I watched the 2 hour.
Also, who's paying for the Egypt trips and that? You know.
Oh yeah. That is strange. Well,
I've seen his YouTube numbers. They're good. They're not fucking.
Does he put that out as a podcast though as well? Because you never know. If he puts a podcast out as well, he's probably making more from the podcast.
I don't think he does a podcast, but his content's not that
20,000-30,000 views around that area.
It's not that long for podcasts. He doesn't He doesn't put a lot of videos out.
Vetted puts his videos out as podcasts.
I don't know. I all I'm saying is, I think somebody's giving him a kind hand.
Yeah, but I'm backing you up here, because what I'm saying is that he's been given something. He's followed that trail. It's led him to being on Jesse Michaels, and to my uneducated eyes, at least, I saw a person that wasn't versed in what they were asked to talk about.
See, I audio listened to it, so I didn't get the whole glasses thing.
No, not just it wasn't just the appearance, but just when I was there, I got an impression that it was someone that didn't like, that was brought on to go, like, you're going to be the representative for this thing, where realistically he just knows the surface level of this thing. It's not like when you get the guy from Bright Insight on Rogan and they start talking about Atlantis and he's going, yeah, well, you've got the Rishak, like ISR, I can't remember how you say it.
I would say,
stuff like that.
Our fellow Nazi probably knows as much.
I think he probably does. Yeah, I think he probably does. Probably more, to be fair. He's good at he's good at like sniffing information out and retaining information, definitely. But
again though, people, this is not as blasting Jay.
No, I'm just interested. I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I see something that strikes me as strange.
Yeah,
but we've seen this, like, you see this with all sorts of, like, we've seen it with creators like Jay, like we like Jay. We've seen it with other creators we like. We've seen it with creators that we are closer to than Jay, that we've gone, wow, how's that happened? But and again, fucking more power to them. You know, if someone's come along, because that's the thing as well. Like, there's no saying, just because someone comes along and says you should look at this and you should put videos out about this, doesn't necessarily mean it's a psyop. It could be actually someone that goes, there's something to this, you should be making videos about it.
You see, that's, and I know we're coming to the end of the show, but that's
nearly
why
2 hours tonight, buddy.
Yeah, well, yes, I've missed you. What can I say?
I know, yeah, return.
That's why Bob Lazar gets me, because there was no internet back then. Well, not great internet, but there wasn't like the whole being able to spread things like wildfire. I keep saying wildfire. I've only been in Scotland for 5 minutes. I don't know why I keep saying that. I've never said that.
Why do you think that's a Scottish thing?
I don't. I've come back from Scotland and I'm saying wildfire a lot. I've said it about 6 times today. Strange. But
that quote spread like wildfire.
Stop saying fucking wildfire. But Bob went silent for such a long time. He could have stayed on that fucking train and made money with books, newspapers, and stuff like that. He didn't really do that up until now. And even now,
even that, I don't think Bob Lazar is making a huge amount of money from his story. He's not like doing the circuit.
No, he's not.
He didn't get paid for going on Rogan. Reportedly, he didn't get paid for the documentary.
Corbell said he didn't pay him a penny.
Yeah. So why? And right, to wrap this back around in a nice big bow. Let's go back. Let's go back to the 90s quickly, when we had the alien autopsy. So the alien autopsy comes out fucking all over, like the fucking headline news in the UK, this thing. I remember when Riker was going to play the tape for the first time, or like on the Unexplained show, whatever it was. You could go out and buy the tape. You could buy the unedited version of the tape, all that sort of thing.
I've still got my magazine, Lee.
Yeah, that's cool. You should frame that. You really should stop pulling it out and stuff. You really should frame it. It's cool as fuck. But then there's nothing but the X-Files. Then we go for decades of nothing, with maybe like a fucking UFO video there, fucking abduction story here, a local news article with the fucking X-Files theme tune in the background. Then COVID happens. Then the Times article happens. Then COVID. Then there's more stuff come out during COVID. Then after that, we've had fucking UFOs shot down in Canada, which someone says, "Oh, they're fucking something else." But yeah, whatever. But at the minute, at the time, they were being reported as UFOs. Then you've got.
Listen, if you don't know what it is, people, it's being shot down. It's a fucking UFO.
Yeah. Then you've got the the Miami Mall. Then you've got the Las Vegas thing. Then you've got what was the other one? There was another like sighting type thing, wasn't there?
You had the girl on the plane.
Girl on the plane. All these things that get connected, but it doesn't seem to slow. Like you'll get like
face rippers
for the face peelers. Like
face peelers, sorry.
You'll get like the lull that was like a decade now doesn't seem to happen. The lull seems to be like 6 months, and then it picks back up again, and then there's more stuff. I can't not think that it's promoted for a reason, right? The thing is, we've all seen the videos of like sponsored by Pfizer, and you get all the different news channels doing the sponsor, doing the thing, and then you've got remember the news article with where they were talking about disinformation on the internet, and they were all there, and that's why it's a threat to our democracy. And it's like fucking 600 different news stations saying exactly the same line. Newsflash, people, if those things are like that, all of our fucking mainstream media is fucking corrupted. It's co-opted and it's controlled, and it's fucking Project Mockingbird. There's no way that you can hear those things and look at how COVID was handled in particular. I know I keep coming back to COVID.
Always go back to
I
COVID.
think it's so prevalent right now.
Let it go.
Misinformation. No, but fucking for misinformation and showing how something can be like pushed. It's perfect now to keep pulling up and not fucking letting it go. So if those stories are there, I think that means the entirety of media is fucking controlled. As far as important media.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I'll even give you 100% on that.
So when you get an article like fucking UFOs coming to fucking fuck us in November.
I hope they are coming to fuck us. Why not? I'll take that.
You can't. I don't think you can take all of the UFO and alien stuff that's come out over the past 3 to 4 years. I don't think you can take it in isolation because it's so much. It's so much stuff. Why are they allowing what used to just be, and finally, fucking Jonathan from Kent says that he saw an alien, and then you got some guy in a fucking yellow Mac with some tinfoil on his head go, like, it's clearly fucking smacked out of his brains. How have we gone from that to people like fucking like Weinstein, like talking about these things? We've gone from it being the subject of ridicule to what podcasts are, without doubt. Maybe I think without doubt, like the mainstream fucking media now. All in all, like you'll get pockets of people and pockets of generations, and I think it's much more fragmented. So because by podcast, you're still talking about people that are listening to like the fucking Katy Perry podcast and stuff like that. But as a whole, like alternative media, even if it's not necessarily alternate media people doing it, it's still within the sphere of alternative media. Is crippled like television and radio now. They're in the death throes. In the UK, I genuinely don't believe without government backing that newspapers would have survived and radio would survive.
I agree.
And the BBC certainly wouldn't have survived. So you do have to ask why, if this is media now, and not necessarily like we're not the outsiders, why is it being pushed so heavily through those channels as well? Well, we mentioned it a few times on this show last week when you were away. I mentioned it a couple of times with Danny. I fucking love Joe Rogan. I think his show's incredibly valuable. There's a good chance that I wouldn't be doing what we're doing right now if I hadn't have discovered Rogan doing his thing. But I still need to ask the questions when I see Rogan. I see Julian Dory. I see what's his name? Danny what? What's his second name, Ollie?
Oh, Danny. You're about Concrete. Danny.
Concrete, yeah.
Danny Concrete.
I nearly had it then as well. Fuck. The Lex Friedman's another good example of this. How many of these big podcasts?
Danny Jones.
Danny Jones.
Fuck you, the bum. But not Danny Jones. You.
How many of these people have big podcasts, and just now and again, not every week, but just now and again, have fucking CIA guys on?
Oh yeah, that's starting to be like the in thing.
It's weird, isn't it? It's weird.
I want our CIA guy.
I mean, yeah, I do, because like things clearly will be going well. We'll see when Jay gets the CIA guy on, but yeah, I don't know.
It's almost by design. If you think about it, you'll make them think that they're doing the fucking Lord's work with their podcast, speaking about this, and the mainstream media is the enemy that won't speak about it. And then all of a sudden, the mainstream media is going to have to speak about it as well. Then the plan fucking comes together.
Yeah.
We'll get them to work for us.
Well, no. What I will say is, I do think I think mainstream media will always have a problem with this, and it's in some ways it's very much like politics, where one of the reasons I like politicians can't make huge changes is because of civil service, because obviously the politicians change, but the civil service doesn't change. So then politicians come in, they try and make changes, and they're kind of stonewalled by civil servants. I think the same thing could be said for like mainstream media, like the BBC and stuff like that. So let's take we know the BBC is fucking ultra fucking woke, like it's and like an enemy to our own country. It's a fucking abomination now, the BBC.
Yeah.
So if you stick me in charge of the BBC tomorrow, right? I get the nice big shiny office at the top, and immediately shout down, so right, so I need to change. We'll start with Doctor Who. I want Sylvester Stallone to play Doctor Who. We need a more masculine Doctor. The doctor's assistant must be Bonnie Blue, always topless. I'm shouting that, but then that's got to filter down and not be hit by fucking friction on the way there. So do you know what the funny thing is? That's the first time Friction and Bonnie Blue have been said in the same sentence for a long time.
Someone needs to fucking make an AI recreation TV Doctor Who series with Bonnie Blue and Sylvester Stallone as the fucking Doctor.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think that's what would happen with this subject, because what you've done is you've created the eye roll, the eye roll media personality that whenever they're faced with it, well, they're okay, conspiracy and aliens, and it doesn't matter whatever facts are there, they're never going to treat it. They're never going to it's never going to penetrate far enough into the.
That's what she said.
Into Bonnie Blue. No, it's never going to penetrate deep enough to actually gain traction. These outlets are essentially, unless Comrade Starmer, for instance, in the UK, like saves it, and like destroy. I think Comrade is probably closer to the truth, though, Ollie. I think unless he steps in and like forces this to be like state-sponsored media, it will collapse within 5-10 years, I think. But yeah, but we've been dragged kind of off subject now. But yeah, I think that's the problem you'd have. I think like it doesn't need to hit mainstream media. That's what I'm trying to say. Is when you've got when you've got like small shows like us, like we are at the lower, like at the lower end of like a bigger podcast. Yeah, I think that's fair to say now about the Daily Conspiracy Podcast. It's not a small show anymore.
We're a grower.
We're a grower, not a shower. We're at the I mean, we're going to mix it. Don't get me wrong. The train's not going to stop here, but we're at the back end of the bigger podcasts now. But like we still like ship this show out to like tens of thousands of people. You know,
it's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, and then like some of our friends ship their podcast out to hundreds of thousands of people. Then obviously further up the road, there's podcasts that aren't even Rogan that are putting out to like tens of millions of people. You know, it doesn't need it. You don't need the BBC or CNN to do it. You now need fucking Trump getting elected in America. Like proved it. He got the roughest run of media, like mainstream media, but he went on Rogan. He went on fucking Theo Vaughn. He went on Tim Pool.
Patrick
Bet-David. You know, that's what did it, because that's where the real people are. Like real people that are actually paying attention are listening to podcasts and watching YouTube videos.
And we love our real people. Keep spreading the fucking word, people, because without you, we can't do this. So keep giving us those fucking 5-star reviews.
Yeah.
Share us with your friend, with your grandma. I don't know. Just share us like fucking AIDS.
Yeah. Please, if you can become a patron, that's also very appreciated. It gives you ad-free podcasts.
Ad-free, yeah.
Ad-free podcasts. You get a video early, like 24 hours earlier than everybody else of the show. We'll do a live stream. We'll probably try and set that live stream up for this weekend, I'd imagine, because we were late with it. Yeah, we'll have a chat about that together, and we'll make sure we can confirm that for you early this week. Also want you to go and vote for us on the British Podcast Awards. A load of you have been doing that. Like genuinely, I think if you guys keep going the way you're going, I think we can do some real damage in there. Doesn't take an awful lot of people to win a competition. We have enough listeners if you guys get behind us.
Does that mean we get to go to the BBC?
No, it's not a BBC award.
Oh, is it not?
No.
Somebody mentioned something about the BBC with that.
The BBC podcasts involved. It's not a BBC thing.
Someone mentioned sharing the same space as the BBC, and I'm like, really?
Yeah. So yeah, you know all the other things. Go and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to see the videos when we post them. Make sure you share, subscribe, leave comments on Spotify. That helps the algorithm no end. Other than that, we'll be back tomorrow, wet, willing, and fucking ready for you guys. Take us out, Ollie.
I'll tell you what I am ready for. I'm ready for them fucking little grey bastards coming down here with their fucking small little shiitake penis pick knobs. Because if they do try and fucking touch me with that, ain't doing anything.
From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Why are you a conspiracy theorist? And I said, why isn't everybody a goddamn conspiracy theorist?
This is the real research. Literally have an alien base, and they are literally communicating.
I don't have a whole lot of time.
Have you personally had any experience with interdimensional beings?
What we're thinking of as aliens, they have infiltrated a lot of aspects of military intelligence. And they are not what they claim to be.
We leave you much that is undone.
That's one small step for man.
There are great ideas undiscovered.
Visit asteroids, visit the moon of Mars.
Remove one of truth's protective layers.
There's a monolith.
They want those major population centers wiped out.
Will you put your left hand on the Bible and swear to God that you walked on the moon?
One giant leap for mankind.
Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened.
Those challenges are yours.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
There are places to go beyond belief. Beyond belief.